Hi all, welcome to the Marquee Matchups for the 10th of March. Plenty of routes as usual to cover for this week, including FA Cup and also some potential repeat routes. As we've noticed this week, Liverpool-Arsenal was a repeat route, so it means they are going to cover some options yet again that have been featured already. So if we can smash the links, be awesome. Sub to the channel if you're new. Follow me on Twitter at GZLegend. All the links are down below for playlists on the channel as social media links as always. Remember to get your predictions in and let's jump in. First route is Juventus AC Milan, which has been before. One player from both teams, 11 from the Calcio A, 7 clubs minimum. I'm also going to throw in an extra line as well with either nations or rare players. So also keep in mind for this particular route you might need to have so many rare players. I've got 6 rare players in this route, so keep that in mind. 79k is what this is roughly costing. It's a little bit expensive just now just due to the Calcio A SBC, but hopefully you have a lot of these players already in your club packed and then therefore it's not so bad. And 7 out of 10 is what I'm giving for likelihood. Gold players pack or even like a 15k pack is what they might do, but it would be quite a simple SBC table, but hopefully not extinct like previous when they did it. Genoa v Sampdoria is the alternative. This is another big game in Italy. One player from both teams, 11 from the league. 7 clubs minimum, 5 nations. Same again, half a dozen rare players you could get in this. 100 chem, 77 rating, 68k for this cost. It could even creep down to 7k, but 45k reward and a 5 out of 10 for likelihood. But hopefully you have a lot of these players in your club packed and you're kind of sorted. I'm obviously using like the original, like Immobile for example, instead of his upgrade. But there's lots of ways you can do this to try and keep the costs down and hopefully help you out, no problem. Sociedad Bilbao, another repeat route. I would fancy this quite heavily with a 7 out of 10. One player from both teams, 11 from the league, 5 Spanish players. It might even do a little bit more. The reason why I'm saying Spanish players could be an emphasis is because of both teams are from the Basque region. This is the Basque Derby. 4 players should be rare, or potentially could be rare. And 68k for cost, 45, maybe even 6k reward, and all in all a very likely and very sound route to build. Legia Warsaw versus Wisła Krakow. There's been numerous weeks where Polish games have kind of stood out due to like it's like the three big like cities, or it's like the cities derbies or whatever they call them, and a lot of these fixtures have been cropping up and this route could happen. Both teams have been known for winning the league, but Wisła Krakow not so much lately. But one player from either team, 11 from the league, 5 Polish players, 11 clubs exactly, 95k minimum, 67 rating, 24k cost, 34k reward, and 4 out of 10 likelihood. I don't fancy it, to be honest. Club Brugge v St Trudenese. For what I've seen, the league in Belgium wraps up next week. I can never remember what it is. It's like the playoffs, I think they break into. So it's like the top half and the bottom half or something like that. But Pro League I've still never understood after all these years. But one player from either team, 11 from the Pro League, 3 rare players at least, 5 nations minimum, 70 overall rating minimum, 4 to 6k for cost, 3 to 4k reward, 5 out of 10 for likelihood. This route could easily not even cover a overall perspective. It could just want you to build a team involving both the teams and the league, and you'll be kind of sorted. The alternative game in the league is Anderlecht versus Beveren. Both Anderlecht and Club Brugge both need to win, but its goal difference is what separates them just now. So obviously you've got to kind of consider Anderlecht as an alternative route. One player from Anderlecht and Beveren is Waslin Beveren, in case you're curious guys for which team. 11 from the Pro League, 5 Belgian, 7 clubs, 70 overall as before. Same rough cost, reward and likelihood. It is genuinely going to be interesting if they pick a Belgian route, because I have that sneaky feeling they may. Monaco versus Bordeaux is a good strong shout as well. We've not had a route from the French league for a few weeks now. One player from Monaco and Bordeaux, 11 from Ligue 1, 5 rare players as per usual. I've got roughly putting this. You might even get away with that. You might even need to put like a half a dozen even for that matter. 7 clubs exactly, like 7 clubs minimum, sorry. 78 overall rating, 6 to 8k for cost, can even bump down a little bit, 5 to 7k reward, and a 6 out of 10 for likelihood. This is a real strong shout in my opinion. I quite fancy this, mainly because we've not had a French option for a good few weeks. Hereford versus Dortmund. Both teams are fighting for top 4 in the Bundesliga. One player from both teams, 11 from the league exactly, as in the Bundesliga. 5 rare players, 7 clubs. This could even be an 11 clubs route, for example. 78 rating, I doubt 79 because of trying not make it too high. 6 to 8k for cost, 5 to 7k reward, and 5 out of 10 for likelihood. Only reason I don't think this will happen is because Dortmund was a European marquee matchup a few weeks ago, and I think they might not opt for this option as a result, but it's still a good route to go for. FC Sion versus Basel is first v third in the Swiss League. We've not had a Swiss route for a long time, but when they have done, the Swiss League has some good profit to be had, and with a lot of new upgrades as well, this could actually happen. One player from either team, or both teams for that matter. 11 from the Swiss League, 5 clubs minimum. This could even go 11 for that matter. They might try and give you all the teams practically in the league. 6 nations minimum. I'm sorry, it's a 10 team league, so they might give you all 10. 70 rating, 3 to 5k, 3 to 4k reward, and a 3 out of 10 for likelihood. Strasbourg versus Brest is another top of the table clash in Ligue 2. We've not had anything from the second tier of France. We had a option from the second tier of Italy, so I think they might do something like this, because we've not expected it. So if you do your table research, they seem to do top of the table clashes as well. So Strasbourg and Brest, 1 player from either team, 11 from Ligue 2, 7 clubs minimum, 6 nations minimum, 67 overall, 3 to 5k is cost, it's really cheap, and 3 to 4k reward with a 3 out of 10 for likelihood. I don't think it'll happen, but this is the curveball for a French route if they go for this route. Middlesbrough versus Man City is the first of 3 FA Cup ties that they can cover. 1 player from Middlesbrough and Man City, 11 from the Premier League, 5 rare players at least, 6 nations would be a minimum, 79 overall, 6 to 8k for cost, 46k reward, and a 4 out of 10 for likelihood. This, from my opinion, is the least likely of the FA Cup routes. 15k packs are what you're going to get for each of whatever FA Cup tie they pick. That's my reward that I'm giving as an option. But I don't fancy this route. I'm suggesting Tottenham Millwall is the most likely, because both teams have quite a bit of animosity, and it's going to be a powder keg come next week. So you'll need 1 player from both teams, 2 leagues exactly. I think League 1 and Premier League is what you're going to have to build. 5 rare players, 5 nations minimum. You're going to have like maybe an English route or whatever. 78 rating overall, 6 to 8k for cost, 46k reward, and a 6 out of 10 for likelihood. I think they're going to give you quite a high overall to build and make it quite inexpensive, but maybe a worthwhile route building for this particular route. And the last FA Cup route of the week is Chelsea Manchester United. 1 player from both teams, 11 from the league, 5 rare players, 6 nations minimum, 79 overall rating, 6 to 8k for cost, 4 to 6k reward, and a 5 out of 10 for likelihood. I think if Tottenham and Millwall weren't facing each other, I would have this as a 7 out of 10. This would be, in my opinion, the most likely route of the week. So all in all, hope you find this useful. A lot of routes as usual. So as I said, I feel there's a lot of solid routes this week, and depending where they opt for this week. Remember to smash likes, as always, sub to the channel if you're new, follow me on Twitter at GZLegend. Remember to leave your predictions down in the comments down below, it would be awesome as always. Take it easy all, thanks for watching.